blessing to the Most High first. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Let's talk about it. I don't think you heard me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about battles and adversity. We're going to talk about battles and adversity. Let me sip this tea. I did a little mixture of cinnamon and black tea with orange peels. I love tea every morning. So, I'm heavy on the coffee, but I love tea. At the same time, I drink it faithfully to get my morning going. After I handle my business, first thing I do in the morning is hit the flow, make my decrees, pray over the household, pray for thy enemy, pray for family. And then, guess what? I prepare for the battles. Once I prepare for the battles, guess what? I'm ready for the adversity. I find the will knowing that I'm going to push through. I'm going to push through all the way through. All right, speaking on battles. After I hit the flow, I'm going to talk about the experience of my battles. Even right now. Even as we're in real time right now. This is real time. Battles. I wake up with a clear conscience knowing that I got to find strength. So I find the strength within the inner man of me, from which the spirit of the Most High gave to me, which I find the inner God within me, which is my inner man. And I sit there and I console with my inner man. And I say to myself, another day. Then I build a strength with my inner man to say, anything that's laid ahead of me, any snare, any pit, any delusion, any negativity, I'm ready for it. Yeah, that's the number one battle. I hit my knees first thing in the morning. Then, like I say, I have a clear conscience of knowing there are going to be battles that I'm going to face today. Not just today, the upcoming days, the upcoming months. What's up? So we speaking on, let me see. Hey, Gabby. What's up, Gabby? So I'm just touching Gabby. I'm touching up on battles and adversity. I'm just giving you a little bit about my walk of life, my journey that I'm on. And every day, don't lose focus. Don't lose the focus, but don't dwell on the battle. Acknowledge that it's going to be a battle, because all you're doing is preparing yourself for what's ahead of you. And when you're preparing yourself for what's ahead of you, that's where the adversity comes in. And you build the adversity of knowing that you're going to overcome it. You're going to step down on it. You're going to walk through it. You're going to supersede anything that's in your way that's trying to derail you. And believe me, Gabby, when you build that type of adversity, there's no battle that can tear you apart. We ain't talking about tangible things. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about cars. I'm not talking about clothes. I'm talking about going from within. You know what it is to go in within, Gabby? Like, think about, like this morning, I woke up. Like you, this morning, Gabby, you woke up. It's only one of you. You're one of one. Always hold yourself up to that standard. So your morning, you probably had some type of battle on your mind, but guess what? You didn't dwell on it. You acknowledged it. You built the adversity to say, you know what? I'm finna wake up. I'm finna take it with stride, and I'm going to get over that hump. It's just the same way you just got over the hump with all the rest of the battles. the past battles, the past years and everything else, it's the same thing now. You know, it's the same thing now. Some people don't like to have these type of talks, but hey, like I was saying, Gabby, it's all about everybody. Everybody got a choice with their battle. I'm speaking on for me. I wake up with my battles. I acknowledge them, and guess what I do? I take stride with it. Yeah, it's gonna come from every direction. You gonna have negativity come from north, south, east, west, but you block all that out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's gonna have one thing about this world we live in. Everybody gonna have their own opinion, so everybody's due to their own opinion. But as for me, I'm gonna speak on me. My battles consist of blocking out the negativity, knowing you're gonna have demonic entities that's gonna be coming at you, knowing you're gonna have people that's trying to stall you, knowing you're gonna run into negative energy people that has no type of energy to do pure-hearted, intentional things, knowing that you got to focus on self. And when you encounter these battles, believe me, you don't acknowledge nothing else. Everything else has nothing to do with what you got going on with self. Always remember that. And the thing about it, the test is gonna come from every direction. No matter what direction they come from, just know. Oh no, nah. That's just my morning sinuses. Nah. I don't do none of that. I'm sipping my tea. But listen, you gonna time out. You gonna have people that don't like you, but that shouldn't be your thought or process. You acknowledge it. You acknowledge that they don't like you. That's number one, and that's a great thing. Because you don't want to sit there dumbfounded like you don't know what's going on. You don't want to sit amongst people that you know they dislike you, you know. And sometimes when you do, it's to take it in. It's to break yourself, knowing that you know that you can be around other people and not dim your light, accept their feelings, have no backlash to give them, not trying to drag their name. You know how to take all that in and continue to stride. So I do understand what you just said, you know. Nah, what you mean, bro? Listen, man. You gonna find your class of people that like you. Time out. Let me tell you something, baby. Check this out. If it don't fit, don't wear it. Meaning like if that person ain't aligned with you, if him, her, whoever, associate, friend, family, whatever it is, if it ain't aligned, don't let it fit. Don't accept nothing that you know ain't right. And some people will show you. Some people will show you, that it ain't right. So guess what? That's better on your behalf because they give you the opportunity to make a decision. Good morning, brother. Good morning, Isaiah. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you too, my brother. But when it comes, let me see what you said. Time out. I trust myself the utmost. I don't trust anybody else when they talk or consider them a ghost. Their thoughts are dead to me. You don't show a leader where to go. Thank you, Nick Pooh Boy. God bless you too, my brother. Time out. I understand and I'm taking in what you're saying. That's true. But you got to understand all the hearsay, all the sidebar. You know what you know what a sidebar is, just like the judge and them when they have a sidebar conversation. It really don't pertain to what's going on. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna entertain it for a quick second, hear what you got to say, and we're gonna keep this functioning going. You ain't got to dwell on what the naysayers say. They're gonna fall to the wayside. 1,000 to your left, 10,000 to your right. It should not bother you, period. How they going to show a leader where to go when they never even went down the same roads? Go eat out of your silver spoon, go to your real home. Oh, my day going good. That's true. Don't get me wrong now. I'm gonna touch on what you just said. That's true when you say go to your real home. Adaptation is someone that took that walk of life. And let me iterate on that. Meaning I can't accept hearing a person walk a life that been through a journey like mine, meaning, okay, let's say for instance, you came from the hood, you came from struggle, you done been homeless, you done went without having even the tangible things, you done went with losing, having and losing, meaning purchasing something, losing something, not being able to keep up with the payments, having people come against you, being judged, and all that type of stuff. So I most likely can take in from a person that been through something in life, because nothing's better than experience. Experience is the best thing. Remember that time out. Experience is the best thing. A person that comes with experience and that can tell me that they took that path of life or that walk of life, I can correlate with that person. Yeah, I can have understanding because he been there. But I can't have understanding with a person like you say. You've always had the silver spoon. You've been grandfathered in, grandmothered in. So meaning the first chance things crumble, you don't even know how to adapt to the new environment of crumbling and rebuilding because it was given to you already built. So I understand what you're coming from. You say, what's a belief I hold that I might be completely wrong? What's a belief that I hold that might be completely wrong? I have a belief of once you make a conscious decision to show me that you're willing to pull me down, step on me, have no regards of my feeling or who I am as a human, I cut you off. And some people say it's wrong or this, that, you gotta come. No, some things in life are meant to be that way. Because it saves you the whole predicament of going down a path of hurtness, mistreatment, yeah, diabolical things being done to you. Yeah, it takes you down a alley, that you can avoid. Just like the saying it costs me less to lose you now than to lose you later. Yeah, meaning knowing that you're a hurtful person, deceiving, betrayal, but I just say, fuck it. I'm going to deal with you for 3-4 years. So that's 3-4 years I've been dealing with your hatefulness, your betrayals, your lies, your contradiction, your manipulations. So think about it. So that's a belief that some people might think is wrong. No, you set boundaries, you let people cross them, you let them go so far before you make a conscious decision of, okay, I no longer will accept it. You understood what you were doing. You contemplated on it. You knew the results of what you're going to inflict on the person, either good or bad. And you've made your decision and you went forward with it. So when I make my decision, I am going to go forward with it. It's only right. Because it's the better me. It's to declog, decompress all the negativity, you know what I'm saying? Even negativity that you try to insert in me. I can decompress all that and clear my mind and move forward. Yeah. But like I was saying, coming back to me, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I get up in the morning, hit the flow. Next thing I know, I acknowledge, okay, such. Okay. I know there's gonna be a battle. And within that, I look from a wide range of different things that can come against me, or the things that I can see at the forefront, that's a battle. And I take it in and I say to myself, okay, this is what I'm going to do with my adversity. I'm going to build the strength. I'm going to find my happiness from within. That's number one too. After the Most High, your happiness is number one. There's no need to roll over mad. So I'm gonna find my happiness, and my happiness can be anything. It could be, it could be just like this morning. You know, I posted my divine messages. Some people might like to read. You know, I got a routine. That's that, and that is one of my happiness. My daily routine: get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, and everything else. Start the tea, have the tea brewing, and once I find my happiness, everything else lines itself up. As long as you're in alignment, everything lines itself up. Everything comes in accordingly in one accord. And when it does that, it makes it a lot easier to attain the little short-term goals you have for the day. It makes it very attainable because you're not spreading yourself thin, you know, to be this way and pull this way and that way. No, so you let everything align as one accordingly. And then the adversity, you build that. You go within to find your adversity and say, you know what? I feel good. I'm finna step out good. I'm finna take every stride with purpose, with precision. And I'm finna attack every goal, you know. And at the same time, I'm gonna know what it is to sidestep every battle that's challenging me, every battle that comes face on with me. Yeah, just basically telling you it's not easy. I know it ain't easy because sometimes the hardest part is waking up. You ever been in the bed and you roll over and you like, that's a battle. Think about it. We all don't have them mornings. Think about when you roll over some days and you say, here we go again. So guess what you got to do? You got to build adversity to know, yeah, here we go again. And I'm coming again. You know, you got to build that type of adversity. Yeah. You need to acknowledge it. Yeah. That's another adversity. Acknowledging that you have things that you have to conquer and deal with. So it's best you face it head on. It's best you face it head on because not only is it a lesson, you grow from it. Yeah, you grow from it. Then after you grow from it, you become more adapted to being able to point out challenges or battles before they even get to you. So that gives you another advantage to situate yourself because you know it's coming. So we're not going to sit around blind with the veil over our eyes like, oh, it's just going to be a walk in the park. Nah. Some things can be a stride with no problem, no effort. Yeah. Some things can. But some things come with blockages. So you have to know how to sidestep those blockages or go straight through them, meaning you're built for it. You know, there's nothing no one can come against you or say or do to hurt you. No, you shall overcome all that. Why? Because you got faith, you got character, you know, you got the strength, you got the discipline. And not only that, you got the self-encouragement. Self-encouragement, meaning no outside validation, no outside approval. You have self-approval, self-validation. And you're saying to your inner man, you ain't finna motherfucking stop me. Who? Me? That's adversity. You build yourself. Yeah. That's just like a crock pot. When you put the top on, the pressure builds up. Yeah, you build the pressure. Why? So when you take that first step, you can release it. Yeah, it's like, ever heard the saying, either roll with it or get rolled over? Yeah. Or get the fuck out of the way. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. And we're not talking physically. Remember, this is not a physical battle. It's a spiritual battle. So when people or diabolic entities come at you, you got to be ready for it. Because number one thing, you got to fight it with love. And it throws them. You feel me? When a person looking to ignite the worst out of you. They're looking to ignite the worst out of you. You hear me? That's what they are. Yeah, yeah. That's what they are. That is their mission. That is their assignment to ignite you. You're the fluid. They're the match. Yeah, just think about it that way. Let me say it. I look at it like this: if someone doesn't say there's a bear in a tall grass and try to get you scared before that happens, don't listen to them naturally. Natural reactions will save your life. And you're right. I like that timeout. You're right. You're right. Kill with kindness, Ruth the Great. You're right too. Oh, you hey, time out. You said you the one they called a bully. That tickled me, man. You're not a bully. Sometimes people misread people because your boundaries are so strict. You know, if you ever being bullied, just remember everyone is going to go through something in life. You're right about that, Ruth. And I meant to say hello. You know, at times I put this down and I pick it up to address everybody. But you're right. You're absolutely right, big dog. Don't let nobody tell you you're a bully. Some people always gonna misread the room, and it's okay. You know, that's their perception. You know, every perception you shouldn't take in as accountability for you to address because it doesn't serve you. You know how they say if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. So let them talk. Let them say what they say. Time out. Ain't no pressure with that. Not everybody is in the line at the same time. There's different levels, and some people just never find it. That's why they need other people to make them feel some type of importance. Okay, that's true. That is true. But instead of making them feel importance, no, give them a sense of direction. That's what we gonna do. You know, sometimes it's not about self. So don't be afraid to let them know this is not what this discussion is on. What I am going to do is give you a sense of direction. We all can learn. You know, like they say, reach one to teach one. We all can learn from each other. It could be the smallest thing that you can tell. Right now, you can tell me 20 different things. Time out. I'm gonna take what resonate. Cause why? Cause I had to find something within what you told me that it just hit me in the head. Like, wow. If I can combine that with my daily activities, that sounds like it'll work for me. So you take what resonates and you leave the rest. Uh, Thank you. That's why I don't get affected by bullying. You should never, Ryu the Great, never. You are a motivational speaker. You seem like your glass is half full at least. That's a good thing. People usually try to put holes in the cup so you don't get a damn thing. You heard? Listen, man, you just don't know. I want to say thank you to you, Timeout. I want to say thank you to you, Ryu. I want to say thank you to everybody that y'all helped me develop my self character. Even though that some people look at me and think I have it all together, it's a battle. I'm looking at you guys. I have my priorities lined up. I have a pure heart, pure intentions. But even with that, it's still a battle. So you know who helps me overcome my battle? You know who helps me brings the best out of me? Y'all as whole, as a collective, y'all help me bring the best out of me. This is my training ground. Being able to converge. I'm able to converge with you all. This might be the best conversation I have the whole day. And that's me being honest. Because I'm in Florida. It's a little cold. I'm gonna see what it looked like by 10 o'clock. I might go work out. You know, if it's still cold, no, I'm gonna sit still because that's what the Most High telling me to do. So, but at the end of the day, this probably gonna be the most constructive, positive conversations with multiple people I'm gonna have all day. I've been in my isolation period. It's a lot, man. Listen, man, it's so much that I want to say on a grand scale, but this is where it started. Yeah, this is where it starts. If y'all don't give me the opportunity, it's not me doing it by myself. We all doing it. You see how I'm taking in what you're saying and I'm reading it and I'm hearing and I'm coexisting to hear you out? Because guess what? What you say matter, what Ryu say matter. Anybody that's on this live right now, anything you say matters. It's an opinion, regardless of who don't like it or who don't. We're all here to share. Don't never hold back when you got something to share. Yeah. Don't never dim yourself for nothing. Never. Remember, if someone gives you kindness, give them 2x the same kindness. And you're right, Ryu. Let me see, time out. What you say? You say, some days I don't even go to sleep. A lot of them days I like to stay up. It brings me closer to the spiritual world. I don't give a fuck. I keep my mind right on drugs. Other people not so much. Listen, Ryu. I'm at time out. Listen. When you say you keep your mind on drugs, I done been there. I thought my awakening, well, my second one, I thought it came by when I was high. I thought that was superpowers at one time. So let me tell you, I've been there. It's just to each his own, you know. It's gonna come to a point that as smart as you get into the spiritual world, when you're under the influence of something, imagine the less fogness that you have with a pure mind, with nothing, with no type of substance. You lock in even more further. And I'm not perfect, because what? I am gonna step out, have me a drink here and there, but it's not an everyday thing for me. Whenever the spirit tell me to step out, I step out. I'm imperfect. But you know what? You know what the Most High judge you by? Right there on the screen. This is what he judge you by. He knows if your intentions are pure. That's what matters. Remember, I'm telling you that. Don't nothing else matter. It's your intentions. So we're all gonna have stumbling blocks. He say, cast your stone first. If you're perfect, listen. You got to think about it. We was born imperfect. We were born into sin. Nobody's perfect. So if a person is gonna judge you, it's not off a resume. You can crumble all that. You could crumble the resume right now. They could crumble my resume right now and throw it away. Because some people might look at it and say and have their opinion about my walk of life. But guess what? My intentions, they cannot. My intentions, you can go ahead and grade my intentions from here, and guess what? I'm going to ace it. Because I always came in with great intention for others. I always put others before me. I always made decisions that's not only going to uplift me, but uplift others too. Yeah, that's one thing about a king. You know, one thing about a king, every decision he makes has to be good for the nation, because his plate going to always be overfull. If it don't work for the collectives, it don't work for me. So that's the same thing the Most High said. He doesn't bless you for you to hoard it. That's not the assignment. Yeah. Same thing if you go to Ecclesiastes. He says the best thing a man can do for everything that he toils with in his life is to enjoy it. Happily drink, enjoy it. That is true. But he also say the things that he bless you with is not solely for you. That's the knowledge. That's the wisdom. That's the understanding. That's the intuition. But guess what? Some people got to take the walk. There's no problem with you giving them a sense of direction of what alley to go to, because it's going to be plenty of times where down your journey, down your path, you're going to come to a fork in the road. Yeah. And that's just two. Sometimes you might come to a four-way. You catching my drift? Now you got 3 decisions to make. Yeah. You got to think about it. Yeah. But coming back to it, let me address a couple of these. MC sober spiritual journeys are wild. Yes, they are. Listen, in a good way that could be misinterpreted. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. What's the consensus of rubbing one out in my car on lunch break? The move. Okay, let me see. Walkabout, like, I mean, to walk about is like a Native American, for example, goes on a fast, doesn't eat for weeks, take trips to get visions And let me tell you, I don't know if I can't eat for. Listen, it ain't nothing that we can't do. Don't get me wrong. I love to eat. I love to do all type of things. But one thing I can touch on that you saying it is, but you work at it one day at a time. When I say one day at a time, the sober minded spiritual walk, it is crazy, and I agree. I agree. But the more you decompress from whatever you were taking in, whatever your drug of choice was, we all done had it. I done had it. I done had my preference of what I like to do. But as you decompress from it, you let go, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months. Nah, don't let this go over your head. Months turn into more months. And guess what? Bam. I stumbled. I said, fuck it. Roll it up, smoke it, hit it. I relapsed. But guess what? Did that tear your heart from what the inner man is? No, you just made a self decision that, you know, keeps the inside impure. That's all. It ain't take away from your pureness or your heart or who you are. No. No, it ain't. It didn't. If you want to go about it the right way, you just ingested the substance that you want to do, which I done did. But it ain't take away from me. Let me tell you, you know what's crazy? You got people that can be under the influence, under a substance, whatever it is. And they don't lose no purity of their heart. They don't lose no sight of showing love, good intentions, kindness. Yeah, they don't lose it. And some people will be shocked to hear that. Yeah, no matter what they consume, what they take in, they don't lose sight of showing love, the kindness, being gentle to others, you know, thinking thoughtfully for others, not putting others in jeopardy in life danger situations. That's a lot. So imagine being sober. It start off, it ain't easy now. But as you get to going, as the wheels go to turning, you know what I'm saying? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. After a while, you like, damn, man, it's been how long? It's been about 4 years. First, you might say it's been 1 year. Before you know it, 2, 3 years. What you used to do is no longer is what you do. You know what I'm saying? We all find the adversity to overcome different things in different brackets of life. Yeah, even if it come with time. And don't let nobody tell you what you can't overcome. Fuck what they talking about. I'm a strong believer in that. Yeah. Sometimes, the proper way don't work. So sometimes you got to bring the old side of you out so a person can understand. Not only bring it out, but walk it. Let me see. Here, check that song out. Which one? Let me see. Help people bring out the good in themselves. Yes, yes, sir. I can confirm. I know one. One was a good man. He was. Okay, Cinnamon. That's right. Never let other people judge someone else for you. You can judge people yourself, and other people's words and means nothing of what they think of that person. You're right. You're right about that. Hey, guys, did you know that in terms of male, human, and female? Okay. You smoke PCP. Water. I smoke water. Jesus walked on water. Okay. Okay. Listen. And that's a sober spiritual journeys are wild. They are wild. In a good way that could be misinterpreted. Yep. Yo, listen, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And with that saying, oh, Bully Play, that song, you'll like it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna hear that song out. Bully Play, that song you'll like. Okay. Hey y'all, if you ain't going to ask somebody if their day's okay and if they need a hand up, just walk by and don't say a damn thing. And that's true. And that's true. And that's absolutely true. Let me tell you, right now what we're doing, we're inspiring each other to have a great morning. On my time of the clock is, what is it? It is 5 something. Yeah, it's 5:10. It's 5:10 a.m. So I'm sending out a decree to all of y'all to have a beautiful morning, a prosperous morning, grand rising to everybody. You know, but remember what I said though. Time out. You see how you addressed it? I like that because you addressed it with kindness, love. It wasn't aggression, and I liked how you addressed that just then. And I need to tell you that because that's what we need to do. We need to acknowledge more of the people that move on honesty and purity. We need to stop accepting the fuck shit, all that fake stuff and everything. We need to stop accepting it like it's okay. But there's a way we do it, and the way that you just did, that was a great way how you addressed that. And it's true. If you have nothing nice to say, you know what the old saying is? Keep your mouth closed. Yeah, but I like how you addressed that. You say keep it moving, and that's absolutely true. So I do wish you all a grand rising. I put out a decree that you find of abundance of great things to do today. I put a decree out that you have a high vibrational morning with great frequency. That's the decree I put out there, every last one of y'all. And it's nothing but love. That's all it is, nothing but love. Rue, let me see. It's a solid song time. Okay. It does matter what others think of you. As long as you think good about yourself, that's all that matters. Right, you the great. That's true. That is true. Hey, buddy, people don't like the truth, definitely. You know what I mean? But guess what? It's what helps the humanity grow, not being snakes behind each other back, selling someone's soul. And guess what? Guess what? Time out. You're right. You're very right about that. But you know why some does? See, in this world, some wants the shortcut. With the shortcut, you forget all the lessons that you had to learn if you would have took it head on. Some people are willing to take the shortcut. But guess what? When it comes to pay the price, that's when it gets tricky. They want the shortcut, but they don't want to pay the price. It goes hand in hand. So let's tell them, when you take the shortcut, you're going to pay the price. Yeah. When you take the righteous path, everything on the end of the light is enjoyment, is fulfillment. You're going to reap. You're going to gather your harvest. Yeah. Once, don't get me wrong, man. Listen, I had to adapt. One thing about it, I always been this type of person. I adapted to you can call it to the school environment, the street environment, the trenches environment. I took in all of it. Yeah. Why? Because it only bettered me. Not only to interact with other people, to meet other people. Don't matter race, nationality, no matter where you're from. You can drop me off in Japan, Taiwan, Korea, wherever you drop me off at, I'm going to make it. Bye. And I can get some sleep. All right, right. You have a great one, man. Time out. It was great, man. Listen, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe. Love to everybody. It was great talking to you, Time Out. I enjoyed it. I'm going to check out that song that you said. And remember, subscribe to the channel. And, man, I look forward to seeing y'all and us just being able to vibe and share. Love, Grand Rising. Y'all be good.